Hello guys, today I want to talk about team store jersey compared to the Nike retail jersey. Last couple of years, last couple of NBA seasons, to this day, there were many quality issues with the team stores, the team shops. So basically it all started with the letter placement and letter arc on the back of the jersey. So the letters were much closer together and the arc was not that wide as it should be. And the letters and the numbers on the back were always stitched much lower. They should be much closer to the NBA logo on the back side. That's the first issue, but that wasn't the problem for many people. The jersey sales were still very high. Not many people, me excluded, were worrying about this placement of the letters. The second issue is the team stores usually received blank team jerseys from Nike, but they had the team name on front, but no numbers in front and the back and no name on the back. So the team shops could easily personalize the jerseys themselves, the players, the numbers, as they wish. That is actually a brilliant idea. There is just one problem. They usually give their jerseys, and I'm not talking about all the team stores. There are a couple ones that stitch the jerseys perfectly fine, but most of the time I found out that they give their jerseys to a third-party company. They practically don't care how they finalize the jersey. So this season, finally the name placement and arc on the back was much higher, as it should be, but there were many issues that I talked in many jersey groups, and that is the sponsorship patch stitching. I talked about it many times that they stitched these patches much higher on the shoulder and not in one line with the Nike swoosh logo or the Jumpman logo. And that didn't stop there. That was the case even for the game issued jerseys. So many times LeBron played the Lakers jersey that the BBGO patch stands much higher than it should be. And that inconsistency between his teammate jerseys was just unbelievable, because many of his teammates had the sponsorship patch stitched perfectly fine in one line. Again, that is my problem. I see these tiny details. For me, it's a pain, but I know that many of us and many of you guys maybe don't care about these tiny details. But today, in this video, I want to show you specifically one super rare LeBron James jersey. That's the Los Angeles Lakers Lore Series by Shaq. So I paid huge money because I wanted to get the real deal, the placement of the name, the arc that is correctly stitched on the back. But I got screwed up by one eBay seller that made a picture from the front side that was perfectly fine. It got the Wish sponsorship patch, but the back of the jersey, he took a Nike retail jersey back that has the perfect letters stitched on the back. But what I received was something different. So I had trouble, I was mad, I wanted to return the jersey. But the thing is, I got the jersey, it was perfectly fine. The quality and the materials were fine. It was a brand new jersey and I had not much chance to return it because I got what I wanted and the customer service wouldn't help me much. So I had to search for many more months before finally getting the real deal. In this video, I will show you both jerseys side by side, and I'm selling the one that I first got for less, so I'll lose much more money just to keep the right one. And again, many of us don't care about these tiny details, and these jerseys actually look very similar. I am talking only about the name placement on the back side. From my side, I'll put this jersey in eBay in all the details. I'll put photos with all the tiny details so the buyer would not be screwed up like I was, so he or she could see the jersey in all the details and decide for himself, herself, does he want to buy the jersey or not. So that's that. So these are the Lore Series jerseys. So basically these are really rare jerseys. Can't find them anywhere else these days. And the thing that I'm talking about is basically that the James letters should be almost near the NBA logo here. And then goes the number. Then the situation for this jersey from the team store is that it has not the arc. The stitching is a little bit worse and it has a bigger gap here. Once again, not a big deal, but some more details are coming right now, so we'll check both of these jerseys in more detail right now. So at first glance, you won't notice any difference between both of them. As you can see, they both have the Wish sponsorship badge stitched on. I have to say that they both look really similar. The letters and the numbers both have stitched Nike swoosh logos. But you tell me which one is the team shop jersey and which one is the Nike retail jersey. And they may still be both from the team shop, just the name placement of the back, the stitched letters were made correctly on one of them. But most of them had the name stitched too low. This one is from the team shop with the wrong letters on the back. And this one is probably the Nike retail jersey with the Wish sponsorship badge, though if the Wish sponsorship badge is there, either it should be from the Lakers team store, either someone stitched this badge on. First thing you can see, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but in real life you can see that this material is much harsher than this soft Nike retail quality twill material perforated one. So this is a little bit like sandpaper. It's much thicker and it has the paper underneath the letters and numbers compared to this jersey. We'll turn them around a little bit later. Second thing is that you cannot see it in camera. This team shop jersey has the purple color a little bit darker compared to this Nike retail jersey. There's actually really not that much difference. You can see it only in real life. Otherwise, here's the Wish badge from the team store and you can see the stitching. And here is the Wish badge on the other jersey. And the stitching looks worse. So maybe it has been stitched on and it is not from the team store. This looks more like a official badge. Though both of them have the Wish badge, I think in my opinion a little bit too small, because for the real game jersey it was a little bit bigger. We see the side panels here. Everything is nicely stitched on. The stars, the Hollywood stars, and for the other jersey you can see that they are stitched much stiffer together compared to this team shop jersey. It's a little bit not so rough on the yellow material, but otherwise most dominant ever. All these details come from a blank Nike retail jersey if they personalize it. So that's the front of the jersey. So now let's move to the back side. And this is what bugs me the most. And once again, many of you don't even care about this detail. But this is from the team shop. This jersey is straight from the team shop. And this is the issue for many jerseys, many Vaporknit jerseys. Not anymore the Dri-Fit Advanced ones, because all the Dri-Fit Advanced ones have the right position and right arc most of the times this season. But specifically this team shop jersey has the letters more closely to each other and it has a little bit bigger gap between the letters and the NBA logo. I've seen much worse stitching for Golden State Warriors jerseys that had name even much lower than this one. And especially Luka Doncic jerseys, many of them from the team shops were stitched almost where the 2 and 3 is. So the gap between the name and the NBA logo was even much more wider. So this should be one of the best bad quality stitchings. And you can already see that the placement of the James and number 23 is lower to the team shop jersey than it is for the Nike retail jersey. So other than that, the stitching is a little bit worse on this team shop jersey compared to the perfect stitching on the Nike retail version. Again, in real life you can see it more. The material is much thicker on this team store jersey than it is on the Nike retail. It feels much softer and it really is much thinner. So this is thicker material, it's more harsh, and the stitching is made not that good. There are some wrinkles, like almost it would be washed or something like that. And you can see that the James letters are stitched not that nicely as they are here on the Nike retail version. Let's call it Nike retail, and this is the team shop jersey. Other than that, 16th NBA championship at that time on both of them. It's here too. They both have the purple outline for the neck trim, and that's the main difference for both of the jerseys from the back side, as you can see it right now. So let's turn these jerseys inside out. So here they are. So for you to don't get confused, this is the team store jersey and this is the Nike retail. So the thicker material goes just because of this paper beneath all the letters and numbers. Just for example, for you to see, the Trae Young numbers have this big paper material inside. So they personalize these jerseys with the name, number on the back, the number on the front. But this Hawks, the team name is always for the blank jersey made by Nike. So it's different material and different stitching. Same as here. Why is the paper not present here? Just because I peeled it off. It comes off really easily. So for the big pieces, it's really easy to peel off the paper. So underneath, at least you have some perforations to the material on the other side. I just didn't do this here because you can see that I can ruin this stitching. So I held off of the paper peeling from the letters on the back. So these are the James letters stitched on the team store jersey. And this is the stitching for the Nike retail. It has much more quality here than it has for this one. Though you don't see it from the outside, inside shows you the difference. So here are the numbers. If you peel off the thick paper, you can see that there is a little bit gap inside the numbers. That is absolutely not present here. This is flat material and stitching over it. That's why the Nike retail jerseys have much thinner numbers than the team store jerseys. You can even see that it has like a couple of layers to the thick numbers. So here's the back of both jerseys. So once again, this is the team store personalized blank, and this is a Nike retail authentic. Otherwise, the stars are stitched mostly the same. Here's the team store stars. You can see a little bit of stitching defects here compared to these ones, but no, actually they are really similar. Let's turn them to the front side. And once again, I have to remind you, I peeled off the paper material that was inside here in the numbers 2 and 3. And you can see that only the Lakers letters for the blank jerseys remain the same as they are on the Nike retail versions. Just the Nike retail version does not have the paper inside in the numbers. But as I told you, I peeled them off and you can see the paper showing its signs around the stitching. And that is absolutely not the case for the Nike retail version. You can see the perforations already through. That thin is a Nike retail version. So that's that. The stitching for the Wish patch is from the team store, and you can see that this may be a manually stitched Wish sponsorship patch on, because the Nike retail jerseys never had sponsor patches on them, just the Nike swoosh logo. But the Nike swoosh logos are practically the same on both jerseys, because the team store blanks come with the Lakers and the swoosh logo, as well as the job tags here. So job tag has the Nike Connect sensor inside. It has the same on the other jersey. So everything other than the stitching of the numbers and letters on the back, everything other is the same. And once again, if you look from the outside of the jersey, there are not so much differences that your eye can catch, but that's all just because of the inside stitching that you can see. Yes, this is a blank, customized team store jersey. So I hope you liked this video. I really hope that it helped you out to decide if you want to purchase a jersey from the team store or you want only the real deal from the Nike retail website store. Don't get me wrong, you can get much more personalized and much more rare jerseys with the sponsored patches from the team stores, but you have to be aware about the bad sponsorship patch stitching as well as the earlier year vapor knit jerseys that have the name arc on the back much lower. These are the couple of things that you have to keep in mind. Otherwise, guys, please click the bell icon so you never miss out on any future videos. Please subscribe to my channel because I have many more jersey videos to show you. And let's meet in the next episode of Auth NBA.